dishes shattered on the kitchen floor, cinematic slamming of the heavy front door. We didn't wake the neighbors with a midnight scream. We just slowly drifted out of the same dream. I was reading a book, you were staring at your phone. Two people in a house, yet entirely alone. The fire didn't roar, it just ran out of wood. We stopped doing the things we said we always would. We didn't go out with a bang or a spark. We just let the room get progressively dark. No, I hate you, no get out, no tears in the rain. Just the steady muffled rhythm of a dull shifting pain. The bridge didn't burn, it just rusted away under the weight of the things we forgot how to say. No headlines, no thunder, no grand tragedy. We broke quietly, you and me. I watched you pack a bag in the middle of the day. I didn't ask you to go, I didn't ask you to stay. We shared a polite look, a ghost of a smile. Like two tired strangers at the end of a mile. The I love yous got shorter till they vanished for good, replaced by I'm fine and I understood. It's the loudest silence I've ever had to bear. The sound of your absence still hanging in the air. Sometimes I wish we had fought for the throne instead of just turning into statues of stone. A scream would be better than this hollow goodbye. At least then I know that we gave it a try, but we bled out in secret, a slow, steady leak until we were both just too hollow to speak. We didn't go out with a bang or a spark. We just let the room get progressively dark. No, I hate you, no get out, no tears in the rain. Just a steady muffled rhythm of a dull shifting pain. The bridge didn't burn, it just rusted away under the weight of the things we forgot how to say. No headlines, no thunder, no grand tragedy. We broke quietly, you and me. No glass on the floor, no marks on the door, just a heart that doesn't beat like it did before. The world kept on turning, the sun started to rise, and we finished the ending with dry, tired eyes. So quiet, so still. We broke quietly, and I guess we always will. I asked the walls what I did wrong. I played our tapes till the tape was gone. I sent my heart in 1,000 lines, searching for hope between the signs. I begged for a reason, a why or a when, to know if I'd ever see you again. But the phone stayed dark and the air stayed still. Freezing wind on a lonely hill. And no, would it hurt? A goodbye would have stung. But these words in my throat are left all unsung. I'm screaming at shadows, I'm fighting the air, while you're perfectly fine being nowhere. I look for a sign, but you gave me a wall. Silence was your answer to it all. No closing of chapters, no final goodnight, just the slow motion fading of all of the light. The quiet is deafening, it's ringing so loud, like a funeral sky with a permanent cloud. I'm waiting for words that'll never be heard. Silence was your final word. The coffee is cold in your favorite cup. I'm still checking the drive when a car pulls up, but the engine just passes, it never slows down. Like every heartbeat in this ghost of a town. You didn't have courage to tell me the truth, so you left me to waste all the rest of my youth, wondering if I was just easy to leave, with nothing but static up under my sleeve. Is it kindness or cruelty to leave me in doubt, to blow the flame in and then just walk out? The loudest rejection is a mouth that stays shut, a clean-looking wound from a jagged edge cut. I look for a sign, but you gave me a wall. Silence was your answer to it all. No closing of chapters, no final goodnight, just a slow motion fading of all of the light. The quiet like a funeral sky with a permanent cloud. I'm waiting for words that'll never be heard. Silence was your final word. I'll stop asking questions the wind can't reply. I'll stop looking for of a heart hitting nothing on its way to the ground. You didn't say anything, but I heard you silent. The sheets are cold on the right-hand side. There's nowhere left for my heart to hide. I reach across in the dead of night, expecting the warmth, but I lose the fight. There's no one breathing, there's no one there, just the scent of your soap in the stagnant air. I tell myself that I'm all alone, but I'm living in a house that I no longer own. 'Cause your shadow sleeps beside me every single night. It doesn't need the candle, it doesn't need the light. It follows the curve where your body used to be, a dark silent reminder of what's left of me. I close my eyes and I feel the ghost of the person in the world that I miss the most. The bed is empty but the weight is heavy and free. Your shadow sleeps beside me, but you're not with me. I try to move, I try to turn away, but the darkness has a way of making me stay. It traces the outline of a love that's gone and stays in the room till the break of dawn. I whisper good night to the hollow space, and I swear I can almost see your face. In the shift of the curtains, in the tilt of the door, I'm haunted by the us that we aren't anymore. I could leave this room, I could sell this bed, I could find a new pillow to rest my head. But the shadow is woven in the fabric of my soul. It's the only part of you that I still hold. It's a bitter comfort, it's a lonely grace to have a little darkness to take your place. 'Cause your shadow sleeps beside me every single night. It doesn't need the candle, it doesn't need the light. It follows the curve where your body used to be, a dark silent reminder of what's left of me. I close my eyes and I feel the ghost of the person in the world that I miss the most. The bed is empty but the weight is heavy and free. Your shadow sleeps beside me, but you're not with me. So lay here with me, you beautiful lake. Stay till the morning, till the world starts to wake. I hold on to the nothing, I hold on to the blue, as long as the shadow still looks like you. It looks just like you. Your shadow sleeps beside me, and I'm still losing you. Calendar page is a year out of date, but I'm still standing here at the edge of the fate that you decided and you drew in the sand. The day that you slipped your gold ring from my hand. They say there's a limit, a season for grief, that time is a healer, a quiet relief. But clock on the wall is just ticking in vain, while I'm still outside, standing still in your rain. The world moved along, it forgot how to cry. It walked past the place where we said our goodbye. But I stayed behind in the dust and the ghost, loving the version of you I miss most. I loved you past the ending, I loved you past the door. I loved you till the us we knew didn't exist anymore. When your heart found a harbor and somebody new, I was still out at sea, still anchored to you. It's a lonely devotion, a flame in the sky that refuses to flicker, refuses to die. Long after you left and the ashes went dry, I loved you past goodbye. I see you in grocery stores, catching a glance, and I see how you move in your new kind of dance. You look like a person who's finally whole, while I'm carrying fragments of what you once stole. I should be a stranger, I should be a friend, but I don't know how to let everything end. I'm still keeping secrets I wanted to tell, locked in a heart that's become like a cell. Is it a haunting, or is it a choice to wake in the night just to hear your phantom voice? They call it moving on, like it's easy to do, but how do I move when my map is still you? goodbye. The sun's going down on another long year, and I'm the only one left who is still standing here, still loving the ghost, still holding the line, pretending that somehow you're still gonna be mine. Past the silence, past the pain, past the goodbye, I remain. I loved you past goodbye. I'm still here. I still love you. I woke up today and forgot you were gone. For a second the lie didn't feel quite as wrong, but then the coffee went cold and the memory set in, and I'm back at the place where losing begins. They told me that time was a bandage, a friend, that the further I walked, the sooner I'd mend. But the miles I've traveled are leading me back to the heat of the fire and the sound of the crack. I'm healing in reverse, I'm unbreaking the glass, just to feel how it cut when I watched our love pass. Every morning I knew, every night I am torn, getting closer to the day that this sorrow was born. I'm not moving on, I'm just tracing the scars back to the night we fell out of the stars. It's a beautiful curse, a slow motion verse. Oh, I'm healing in reverse. I'm unlearning the way that I lived without you. The okay is fading, the lonely is true. Yesterday's strength is tomorrow's regret. I'm remembering things I was told to forget. The scent of your jacket is getting more sweet. The sound of your ghost is more loud on the street. I'm shedding the skin that I grew to stay brave, digging a path back to all that we gave. They say let it go, like it's easy to drop, but I'm running a race that I can't make it stop. If healing means losing the ghost of your touch, I'm back at the start, with a hole in my heart, waiting for the moment we first fell apart. The wound is wide open, the clock is a hearse, and I'm healing. Yeah, I'm healing in reverse. Back to you, always back to you. Yeah, I'm healing in reverse. Back to you, always back to you. We stood at the edge where the future begins. I was counting your heartbeats beneath your skin. You said I was perfect, you said I was rare, like a secret you whispered to the midnight air. I had the ring hidden, I had the life planned, I felt the world steady at your command. You looked in my eyes and you held my gaze. For a moment I lived in the rest of our days. The words were all lined up, ready to soar. I was standing right there at the threshold door, but the yes in your eyes turned to maybe instead, and the life that we built only lives in my head. I was almost the one, almost your life, almost the name that you take as a wife. I was almost the answer, the end of your search, left standing alone in the aisle of the church. You chose a new path, you chose to be free, you chose every version of life without me. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a bittersweet moan, to be almost chosen, but still end up alone. The great story you tell to your friends, the beautiful chapter that everyone ends. I'm the one who got away, or so you will say, while you're waking up next to a stranger today. Did I lack a spark? Was I just a ghost? The person who loved you the absolute most. You held the pen over the line of my name, but you dropped it and walked in. It isn't a shame. Almost is a shadow that follows me around. It's the heaviest word that I've ever found. It's a door left ajar that I'm forced to shut. shut tight. It's the good that was never quite right. I was almost the one, almost your life, almost the person you take as your wife. I was almost the answer, the end of your search, left standing alone in the aisle of the church. Chose a new path, you chose to be free, you chose every version of life without me. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a bittersweet moan, to be almost chosen, but still end up alone. Second place in a race for your soul, a half-written heart that will never be whole. I'm the nearly, the coulda, the close, but not quite, turning off every single light. Almost, we were almost, but almost is just another way to say goodbye. Still alone, almost chosen, still alone. I remember the weight of your fingers in mine, like a promise etched deep in the bark of a pine. You were a fire that kept out the cold, a story of us that would never grow old. But the seasons, they shifted, the air turned to glass. I watched every moment like sand through a pass. I reached for your spirit, I reached for your skin, but the walls of our fortress were wearing so thin. I tried to hold tighter to keep you from drifting, but I felt the foundation beneath us was shifting. Your love faded right here in my hands, like a kingdom of salt in the desert sands. I gripped every heartbeat, I memorized every glow. But the more that I held you, the more you let go. Now I'm staring at palms that are empty and cold, trying to catch what's no longer my own to hold. It didn't just break, no, it drifted away. Your love faded in my hands today. The color is draining from every old photograph. I'm losing the echo and the ring of your laugh. It wasn't a storm or a sudden goodbye, just a slow bleeding sunset across a gray sky. You're sitting beside me, but miles apart. I can feel the slow pulse of a quieted heart. I'm grasping at shadows, I'm chasing the mist, searching for ghost lips I haven't quite kissed. Is it my fault for holding too much of the light, or yours for surrendering into the night? How do you mourn what is still standing there? How do you breathe when you're breathing thin air? Like a kingdom of salt in the desert sands, I gripped every heartbeat, I memorized every glow. But the more that I held you, the more you let go. Now I'm staring at palms that are empty and cold, trying to catch what's no longer my own to hold. Just break, no, it drifted away. Your love faded in my hands today. Now there's nothing but space where you used to reside, a hollowed out feeling I can't seem to hide. I'm opening my fingers, I'm letting you go into the places that I'll never know. Faded, just faded. I'm holding the wind, you're gone again. I left the porch light burning till the bulb turned gray, watching the driveway for a car that went the other way. I kept a place at the table, a glass filled with wine, just in case you remember the way to be mine. But the dust has settled on the welcome mat, and the air in the hallway is heavy and flat. I used to hear footsteps, I used to hear grace. Now I'm just a stranger in a familiar place, and love doesn't visit me anymore. It doesn't come knocking, it don't walk through the door. It's forgotten my number, it's forgotten my street. It left me with nothing but this bitter defeat. I'm a house that's been empty, a ghost on the shore, and love doesn't visit me anymore. The neighbors are laughing, I hear them through the wall. A symphony of shadows as the evening starts to fall. I remember the rhythm of a heart against my chest. Back when I was chosen, back when I was blessed. Now I sleep on the left side to hide the empty space. But the moonlight is cruel, it still finds your face in the creases of the pillow, in the silence of the hall. I'm waiting for a shadow that'll never even fall. Maybe I'm a lesson that time had to learn, a bridge that was built just so it could burn. I've got plenty of room, I've got nothing but time, but the stairs are too steep for a spirit to climb. I'm not angry at the wind, I'm not mad at the rain. I'm just tired of the quiet that sounds like your name. And love doesn't visit me anymore. It doesn't come knocking, it don't walk through the door. It's forgotten my number, it's forgotten my street. It left me with nothing but this bitter defeat. I'm a house that's been empty, a ghost on the shore, and love doesn't visit me anymore. So I'll turn out the lights and I'll bolt the latch tight. There's no use in waiting through one more long night. The garden is withered, the hinges are sore, and love, no love doesn't visit me anymore. No, not anymore.
The dial tone is a ghost in this room, a hollow hum in the midnight gloom. I stared at your name till the letters blurred, the longest silence I've ever heard. My thumb hovered over the call button green, 1,000 I loves yous left in between. But for the first time, the weight felt too much to reach for a ghost I'm not allowed to touch. This is the night I stop calling your name, the night I let go of the spark and the flame. I'm tired of screaming at walls that don't move, trying to find what I've got left to prove. The static is heavy, the air is so cold. I'm dropping the story we'll never finish telling or hold. The hardest part wasn't the goodbye we said, it's the quiet tonight in this empty bed. I used to believe if I whispered it loud, my voice would find you through every crowd. But your porch light is dark and your windows are barred. Your love in a memory is getting too hard. I've memorized every digit and curve, but I'm losing my heart and I'm losing my nerve. The phone hits the floor like a stone in a well, breaking the fever, breaking the spell. It doesn't mean I don't miss how we were. It doesn't mean that the ache has a cure. It just means I'm tired of drowning in blue, waiting for answers that won't come from you. So I'll swallow the syllables, lock them away, the things that I'm dying but refusing to say. This is the night I stop calling your name, the night I let go of the spark and the flame. I'm tired of screaming at walls that don't move, trying to find what I've got left to prove. The static is heavy, the air is so cold. I'm dropping the story we'll never finish telling or hold. The hardest part wasn't the goodbye we said, it's the quiet tonight in this empty bed. The room is so still, the world is so wide. I'm finally keeping the silence inside. Goodbye to the porch light flickers like a dying star. I'm still counting engines on the street from afar. The tea is gone cold in the pot for two. Just a bitter habit of waiting for you. I memorized the gravel, the sound of the gate, but the silence is heavy, a permanent weight. The moon's moved across the entire sky, and I'm still rehearsing my first hello and hi. I waited where you never returned, by the bridge of the bridges we silently burn, in the hollow of promises we couldn't keep, in the hours when the rest of the world is asleep. I'm a ghost in a doorway, a shadow on stone, learning the rhythm of being alone. I stayed in the light till the candles all burned. I waited where you never returned. Your coat's on the hook, losing your scent. I'm still paying interest on time that we spent. The neighbors stopped asking, they turn their heads low. They see a man waiting for nowhere to go. I've walked every inch of this empty hallway, thinking of things I forgot how to say. Every car door that slams is a trick of the mind, leaving a trail of my heart left behind. They say that the brave are the ones who let go, but I'm just a coward with nothing to show. Then a seat at a table for a guest who won't come, and a heart that's grown tired and heavy and numb. The sun's coming up, it's a pale
pale shade of gray. Another tomorrow to throw me away. I'll lock the front door, though I know it's too late. I finally stopped, watching the gate. No, you never return. I'm still here, but you never return.